Hey, what's going on, everybody? It is Luke Bella with the Sideline Scoop, and I'm about to go over this Packers game. But as you guys can tell, I got this new setup here. I decided to move into the garage because, I don't know, I figured why not? Looked like it could be a nice setup. Put a table here, got this weight rack behind me, hung a flag, got the Packers essentials. So I think we're good to go. I just filmed the entire video. You guys don't know this because, I'm telling you now. But basically, I was using this to connect this microphone to my iPhone. Turns out this goes like the entire time. Hopefully it's not doing it now because I just spent, a long time recording a video. Didn't work, so I decided to use this new setup. So luckily we're good to go now. Hopefully I can figure it out soon in the future. But you are here to hear about the Packers game, and so I'm going to break down sort of what went down last night. It was a great game. Packers came out with another victory, 3-0, 37-30. Packers beat the Saints. And honestly, this Packers team just came to play once again. Devontae Adams was out, and honestly, I thought Aaron Jones would be the guy to come in and sort of be the guy the Packers really utilized last night because he sort of has been in the past when Devontae Adams was gone. But he still played well, but he wasn't, super insanely good. Not that he wasn't good. He just wasn't really needed to be utilized because so many other guys were utilized. Allen Lazard, 6 receptions, 146 yards, 1 touchdown, crazy stats. Probably one of his best games of his career. Then Robert Tonyan, 5 receptions, 50 yards. Jace Sternberger, 3 receptions, 36 yards. Mercedes Lewis, 1 reception, 18 yards. And Aaron Jones had 2 receptions for 17 yards. So the guys who really pick up the slack were, of course, Allen Lazard, monster game. Aaron Rodgers threw some crazy balls to him. Great game for Allen Lazard. He put up, some solid stats. And then, of course, the tight ends came in big last night. So a total of what's that, 9 receptions for, around 100 yards or so. So that's an area where the Packers really haven't, I think, been very good so far in this in this season. And now the fact that those guys are starting to heat up, watch out. Because without Devontae, we're still smoking teams. I mean, with Devontae, this offense is just going to be even better as the season goes on. But honestly, watching this Packers offense against the Saints have a solid defense. As I talked about in the preview video, I think they were third coming into this game when it came to basically yards per play, even though they were, 1-1 coming into this game. The Packers just sort of lit them up, as we might have expected, considering Aaron Rodgers is just obviously on fire right now. But basically, the way Matt LaFleur uses this offense with so many, guys motioning across, so many tons of random things going on in the offense. The announcers were talking about it last night too, about how it's just really hard to, figure out what's going on the offense. And so this offense is honestly just the way that Matt LaFleur uses this offense has just been incredible. The way he uses everyone, moves everyone around, motions guys around. Lazard has run the ball a lot as well. Or I guess he had 1 rush last night, so maybe that was a lie. But, Lazard's been utilized, motioning across. Everyone's been utilized, and this game was just 37-30. It was a great game. And then, of course, Drew Brees, he still had a solid game. He was 29 of 36 for 288 yards, 3 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. And, he put up a solid numbers. He, it seems like now he's more so of a guy just sort of dumps it off a lot. He doesn't seem to throw the ball as deep as he used to back in the day. But one guy sort of talked about coming into this game that I thought that we needed to stop was Alvin Kamara. And, he only had 6 carries for 58 rushing yards, but he did average 9.7 yards per rush. So, the reason they didn't give him more balls or more carries, I guess, running the ball was because, this was a close game. And so the Saints couldn't really just, when they were behind and stuff, they couldn't really just utilize the run the entire game. They had to utilize the pass a lot. And that's why Kamara had 13 receptions for 139 yards and 2 touchdowns. And you guys probably saw that one run or that one catch, I guess. Drew Brees passed it out to him pretty much near the line of scrimmage. And it was just downhill for the Packers from there. He broke 5 or 6 tackles. He looked unstoppable. The Packers couldn't make a tackle on that play. So Kamara had a monster game, as I think people sort of thought he would, considering Michael Thomas is out. Alvin Kamara comes in, just puts on a show for the Saints. Obviously wasn't enough for the Saints, but he still did insanely well. And besides him on the Saints, receiving basically, Emmanuel Sanders was the next guy with 4 receptions, Traquan Smith with 4 receptions. So Alvin Kamara outshined everyone when it came to receiving the ball. So yeah, when we take a look at this Packers run defense overall, they ran the ball 20 times for 122 yards. They averaged 6 yards a carry. So obviously this Packers run D still isn't great. Of course, we're missing Kenny Clark still. So hopefully he'll be back soon, and that will sort of improve when he comes back. We also lost Christian Kirksey last night. He went down with an injury. So I think Ty Summers came in and sort of filled his role basically. So hopefully, when Kenny Clark and Christian Kirksey come back, that'll sort of improve the defense. But overall, this defense made some important stops near the end of the game, on third down. Near the end of the game, they stopped Kamara. that sort of helped us out where we needed it to be helped out, basically. Also the play was Zadarius Smith coming in and, getting that fumble from Taysom Hill, who they put in a quarterback for one play. Obviously, probably looking back, they're like, that was a bad idea. We should just kept Drew Brees and they wouldn't have fumbled it. Could have gone better for the Saints, but Zadarius Smith coming in there, getting that play, that was solid. That was solid. So overall, this was a solid game. This is a great game by the Packers. The Packers offense is unstoppable. And I think the Packers defense is probably in like the top third, of the NFL probably. We're not like an amazing stellar, like shutdown defense, but the defense has done enough up to this point. There are definitely areas where the defense can improve. But they come up with some, pretty big stops, some big, turnovers basically for this Packers offense. And with Aaron Rodgers being as hot as he is, if this defense can just be middle of the road, just as I sort of feel people have always sort of said, with Aaron Rodgers, your defense doesn't have to be number one because you're putting up so many points. You just got to hold the other team to at least a little bit less than the Packers, which we've done up to this point. The Packers have put on a show. It was our first game under 40 points, so I guess that's pretty sad, I guess. We didn't get 40 points this week, but I guess that's a good problem to have. But 37 points, Packers put on a show. These other guys picked up the slack. This team is just going to continue to be fun to watch. And next week we got the Falcons Monday Night Football. I think they're 0-3, but watching that game against the Cowboys, they should have won that game. Should have won yesterday's game. Obviously, each game they let it slip right through their hands. So even though they are 0-3, they're still a solid team. And Matt Ryan's good. They got Calvin Ridley, Julio Jones, all these different guys, and that could be another shootout. And so hopefully the Packers defense come in, hold that team to not as many points as us, so we can pull out that victory next week against the Falcons. But yeah, I basically just wanted to comment today's video, break down the game a little bit, talk about it a little bit, give you guys my thoughts, my reaction to sort of how it went down last night. But, honestly, if you're a Packers fan right now, it's pretty nice. 3-0, no losses. Each week has been great to watch. This offense has been incredible, unstoppable, and I think we're going to continue to be. I think we're obviously one of the best teams in the NFL right now, one of the best in the NFC, and, beating out the Saints. If the Saints continue to, if they start to play well, which I think they will, because they still have a solid team. If Michael Thomas comes back, they'll be that much better. It could come down to like there could be a tiebreaker where the Packers end up having a higher seed than the Saints in the end. That could happen. So that's good that we beat them here. But basically, that's what I wanted to talk about. And hopefully, let me know down below what you guys think about the setup. I do have, I have been doing it in my room before this, but this gives me a little more space. The only problem is I am like in a garage. So like I live in Texas. Luckily, the summer's pretty much over. If it was a summer, it would be like 90 degrees in here right now. So I might need to, think that through later. But hopefully this mic is working too, because I was sort of talking about in my video that didn't work out because the mic was actually bad. I thought it was great. And I was like, guys, got this new mic. It's being amazing. I hadn't really figured out how to use it up to this point. And then it turns out the video was just audio was terrible. I thought I was just, sailing along, smooth sailing. It wasn't. So hopefully this one is, because if it's not, that's going to be disappointing. Because honestly, the last one, I was like, well, maybe I can just put it out. Maybe the audio is good enough. But I kept listening to it, and I was like, people are going to turn this off because there's like this little thing that's supposed to connect to my phone, which I usually film the video with, to this mic. It was just, I don't know. I think I bent this on accident yesterday. I just bought it. So that's sad. That's really sad, honestly. So it worked at first. So obviously I caused the damage. So I probably can't get a refund. That's a little sad, but hopefully this is working. I literally have my computer is filming me from my computer right now on Zoom. Hopefully I can make it work. And then I have my sister's computer here to look at the stats I was talking about. So it's a little bit, little makeshift setup for today, but let me know down below just about your thoughts about the actual setup, not about my camera. I'm going to figure that stuff out. Hopefully soon I get an actual camera or video camera or something, because I still film on my iPhone. And I was hoping that I can get this mic to work with this, but you guys have heard me talk about that way too long. So thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys for tuning into this video. If you guys enjoyed it, make sure you hit the thumbs up button down below. And if you want to see some more Packers content and you're not subscribed, feel free to subscribe. Feel free to subscribe. That way, things just work better when you're subscribed. Just trust me. Yeah. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Go Pack Go. 3-0. Super Bowl. Here we come. Let's go.